Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, welcome to 2018 for reals today. Yesterday wasn't a real beginning to the new year because it was just another lazy holiday day and I took advantage of it. But now it's time to start getting ready. Countdown begins going back to Costa Rica about the middle of March, and I've got a lot of stuff to get done between now and then. So today I wanted to talk about a raw food diet versus cooked. For me, my thoughts, please pay attention to that, my thoughts. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button now, and then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I was thinking about this subject yesterday, and I've done a video. I might even done a video by the same title before, but thoughts are always changing, things are evolving, and I've been in the States more now. I've been in the States now, I was adding it up. I came back around the middle of July, so August, September, October, November, December. We're coming up on 6 months. The middle of this month will be about 6 months, and it has been, it's been an education. It's been an education because if somebody's tuning in for the first time or if they haven't seen that before, I started this lifestyle about 5.5 years ago while I was living in Costa Rica. And up until 6 months ago, it's been done from there the whole time. Down there I had abundance. There was never hardly a time when I couldn't get my hands on, fruit. And I'm not talking about just bananas. I mean, pineapples and papayas are about as common as bananas down there. You can walk up and down the streets, you can see any little street, all these street vendors have fruit, what have you. Mangoes, because of all the different, there's different climates and microclimates in Costa Rica, so I could pretty much always get my hands on mangoes. Now there were times of the year where the mangoes were better, no doubt, but I always had mangoes. And, and then all the other stuff was bonus when I started finding mamey sapote, what have you. Okay, I get back to the States. Back in the States, when I was here during the summer, I probably, I was new being here. I was kind of trying to feel out the places. I think, even though I'm going to Costa Rica, as I'm telling you, but I'm only going to be there for 4 or 5 months. I'm not moving back there permanent just yet. I'm spending time here with my mom. She's a little bit older. So I'm going back down there for 4 or 5 months. When I come back here, it'll probably be summer, a little bit before the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and I will have a little bit better idea, a little bit better grasp on things this time. I'll know where to get mangoes because I was able to get mangoes. I just didn't find out soon enough. I was getting these good Kent mangoes at an Asian market. I'm sure Publix is going to have good mangoes during the summer if they have a decent price. But anyhow, I'm kind of rambling. The raw food versus the cooked. The longer that I'm here, this would be interesting, but I'm probably not going to do it because my body's starving for fruit. I think it's not so much this cooked versus raw thing for me. It's a matter of, do I have fruit? If I have fruit, I'm trying to think it would be very interesting to, and it's cold here right now, it would be very interesting to be here and have perfect fruit, but be here in the cold. And also in Costa Rica, it would be interesting to see if eating cooked food affected my body differently or if I felt differently on it because I was eating very high fruit there and I was eating a lot of water-rich content fruit. Here it's pretty much, right now it's pretty much bananas here. So personally, I don't think it's all this temperature thing. Everybody that goes on and on about, well, it's winter and I'm cold, and maybe that you do tend to want a little something warm when it's cold, and I don't give myself any grief for that. When I eat cooked food, it's clean. I don't use oil. It'll generally be something like one of my favorite meals here when I do eat cooked food is sweet potatoes and collard greens, and I'll put a little bit of clear hot pepper sauce on there, which is just nothing but a jar of peppers and some Bragg's apple cider vinegar. But I really do think I don't feel myself. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm doing good. I've got energy. I feel okay, but I'm not Jack up at that level like I was in Costa Rica. One thing I'm really missing too because it's harder to do that here when I don't have anything but the bananas, is going through these no fat periods and just eating very simple, doing the mono meals, you know, eating a lot of just high water content fruit, which I did, you know, routinely when I was down there. So no, and like I say, this is just me, and I'm very in tune, and I try to pay very close attention to my body on how I'm always eating, you know, just so I have that information for myself, but also I can share that with others, and just, you know, yeah, you know, we all react a little bit differently to food, although I'm not real sure about that because we are all physiologically the same species. But for me, yeah, just not quite the same, just not that next level without the fruit. So like I say, once again, I don't know if it's because I'm eating a little bit of cooked food. It's not, because the things I eat, like sweet potatoes and collard greens, they don't really drag my energy down. What would be, like I say, what would be interesting would be to eat some cooked food in conjunction with that high fruit diet at the beach. But seeing as how I'm only going to be there for 4 or 5 months, I'm eating nothing but pretty much fruit when I get back down there. And you're gonna listen. I'm not gonna like lie to you. The psychological in our head, whatever, it's there. You know, when we are in colder weather, whether you choose to partake in it or not, our body does kind of at least say, yeah, it sure would be nice to have something warm. Conversely, and I would love, God, I wish I had money so I could pay people, like paid experiments. I would love to take somebody, I would love somebody that wasn't raw, but that wanted to go raw, or that wanted to play an experiment, see them in Costa Rica, and not just in Costa Rica, but where I'm going, to the beach. Because at the beach, it's hot year round, and especially in the middle of March, April, and May are fire down there. You don't see much in the way of clouds. You don't see rain. It's hot every day. It's blue skies every day. And as I've mentioned on this channel many times before, way before I came to this lifestyle, even when I was a sorry old drunk, I didn't eat a lot of cooked food at my apartment. And I remember, it's so funny to flash back now and think about how, yeah, I just don't, that cooked food, you know, that heat, it's just too heavy. For you, you know, during our summer down there. That we're reversed, you know. This is kind of like our summer down there. So yeah, down there it would be really interesting. I think somebody, if they would just, you know, do it, trust, be willing to go through, even if there was a little of discomfort, I think somebody could almost be standard American diet, get on the plane here in the States or Europe or wherever you are, fly down, get on a bus, come down to Jaco where I am, and if you're living in the beach in Costa Rica, I almost think you could go, boom, raw overnight, because it's just there. It's natural when you're living there. The fruit's everywhere. You're going to be hot every day. You're going to be sweating every day because you're walking around. I usually get I always get a place with air conditioning, but electricity's expensive, so I don't run it all 24/7. So during the day, I'm sweating a lot. And the last thing I want to be is like weighed down. So it's always about lightness. It's always about hydration. You know, just and the fruit is perfect for that. So, you know, I don't know, where am I going with this? Like I say, this is just kind of free flow, like letting you know, because like I say, I've been raw vegan, high raw vegan for 5.5 years. Been back in the States for 6 months of that. Have eaten more cooked. I don't know how much. Somebody asked me how many times. Look at this guy. Do you see organization? Do you think I'm the type that says, yes, I eat cooked food exactly. I eat them on Tuesdays, and I eat this and this, and I don't know. I usually maybe a couple of times a week, sometimes no times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. But I do know, I'll tell you this. There's certain things I'm finding, like I say, the sweet potatoes and the collard greens. No problem, digest those fine. I could eat 4 or 5 sweet potatoes, a pound of collard greens, and I can get up and go immediately to the gym, work out, do whatever I'm going to do. Now regular potatoes, I eat my fill of regular potatoes, and I'm a little bit heavier. I'm a little bit more weighed down. I feel it on my stomach. with potatoes, with what am I trying to say, with yuca, with other heavier root vegetables, I feel a little bit of just indigestion, heartburn, and yeah, so those type things, the heavier things, I do feel that. I do. I know some people are all into the starch thing, and God bless you. God bless you. If it works for you, do it. But what I do tell people all the time is if you're going to eat potatoes, there's more nutrients in the sweet potatoes anyway. Forget about how it hits your body, does with your digestion. There's more nutrients in sweet potatoes, in my opinion, so eat the sweet potatoes. But yeah, the lighter stuff, I mean, you know, I think sometimes it's just all this, oh, I raw cooked is poison and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I'll steam just some squash. Now, when I'm doing just this lighter stuff that's a higher water content, no, I don't see any difference at all. Now, to kind of wrap this up, if I want, I mean, and you know what, when I say I only see bananas, there's strawberries in the store, but I'm just like, you know, if there's strawberries in Alabama in the dead of winter, they're all coming from California, Canada, whatever, you know, strawberries. I'm not totally into that whole dirty dozen, but aren't strawberries one of the dirty dozens? I just don't really feel led to eat those. If I really wanted to bear down, if I wanted to be one of those that could say, yes, I'm fully raw in every climate, of course I could do it here. I just bang out, you know, one big green smoothie a day, big old bowl of nice cream, about 1,000 calories, and just eat a salad in the evening. But even my salads, I've gotten a little stale on, tired on. I haven't had a salad. I've just been eating bananas and green smoothies a lot. Because I do a lot of fruit-based dressings. I did a lot of mango-based dressings. I need to get that book of Melissa's out. I got her recipe book and just haven't been inspired to make recipes. Nothing to do with her. She's got fabulous looking recipes. So need to pull out a few more like low-fat salad dressings that I like and work them into the rotation. And not so much for the raw versus cooked, but I just miss those regular big salads every night. I mean, that was just such a good groove in Costa Rica. Eating a lot of fruit mono meals, having at least one big green smoothie during the day, and then eating that big bowl, big bowl of salad at night. But in the end, we all do what we do. I'm not like freaking out or anything. I'm just ready to get home. I'm ready to get home. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit different for me knowing how, you know, being here is just sort of temporary, at least going back and forth, so I will get my feel of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how my mindset would be if I knew I was if I was going to be in a continual state of not getting good tropical fruit. You know, some people don't like that message. I need the tropical fruit. You need what you need. If you want to say, oh, I don't need the tropical fruit, I can live on my bananas. I mean, I can live on my apples and grapes. Good for you. Live on those apples and grapes, and I hope you really enjoy them. But anyhow, that's just kind of my 2 cents on this cooked versus raw thing. I will always choose raw over cooked, but I'm just not going to be a fanatic and have to be like, nope, can't eat that bite of cooked, you know, and make it even more difficult, because I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm not one of these hustlers. I'm not going to always be chopping and making this just so I can stay 100% raw. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this message. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.